Today I'm gonna show you how to make your own scratch art. We need a piece of cardboard, which I'm going to get from this macaroni and cheese box. We need a pair of scissors and crayons, different color crayons. And we need one special crayon at the end, and that is black. But save your black for the end. As you can see, I made a big mess. So I'm gonna tell you guys, don't do what I did. It's hard to clean up. It makes your hands all cranny. Instead of making my mistake, I want you to get a piece of lined paper and work on top of that, and then it'll be easier to clean. You have a box that you need to harvest your cardboard from. Open up your box by peeling it wherever there is a tab and some glue. You can also cut it if that's easier. And then you're just gonna cut along the folds to make nice rectangular pieces of cardboard. Recycle the scraps and save the rectangles. This is kind of a small piece of cardboard, but I'm gonna make it smaller. It takes a lot of finger muscles to do this project. Once you do one small one, you can try it on a bigger piece. Now I'm gonna take out my crayon colors, and on my cardboard, I'm going to start by drawing lots of lines, but we can't do light lines like that. We have to do dark lines, and the way to do dark lines is to press hard. So we're gonna press hard, and then we're gonna thicken. Every line we do, we're gonna make it double thick by kind of drawing next to it. So you just start with one line, and remember, you're really gonna be using your finger muscles. You could do some shapes and then switch colors. Be sure to switch your colors often. Don't do a big shape of just one color. It won't be as effective. And then you're even going to go in and try to fill in any areas that you see the cardboard through. This is a cool blue crayon. When I was little, they didn't have this shade of blue in crayons. Now, you might just do a little bit and your hands might be so tired, you need to take a break. But then when you get a little more energy, you can keep going. You have to cover the whole cardboard. Oops, my crayon just broke. Guess what? Now I have two yellows. And you have to cover it really thick. That's why you're gonna break some crayons, because it needs to be thick. Do a little bit every day for a week and you will complete it. It does take time. I'm even speeding up this video really fast because it took so long. It would be too long and boring for you to watch me color the whole thing. I just want to cover it very thickly with all colors of crayon. Double check at the end to make sure you have covered every little dot of cardboard. All right, now that I've used all my colored crayons, it's time to get out the most important color, black. Now we're gonna cover the whole thing with black, and this might take a little bit of time. I'm not sure how well this black crayon will work. Ooh, the back end is working better. This takes time too. Don't give up. Keep working. I actually like it with a little of the colors kind of showing through. Once you feel like you've done it enough, this is definitely not perfect, but I'm gonna do the best I can right now. As you can see, I made a big mess. So I'm gonna tell you guys, don't do what I did. It's hard to clean up. It makes your hands all cranny. Instead of making my mistake, I want you to get a piece of lined paper and work on top of that, and then it'll be easier to clean. You are going to do a drawing on here. You could look through your sketchbook and see if there's anything that you might want to draw. Here's a nice landscape. You might have a favorite animal you want to draw. You might want to draw a cat. You might want to draw a tree. or a flower. Don't just draw shapes. So you are actually not going to draw with a pen or a crayon or a pencil. You're going to either use your fingernail or you can use the end of a scissor. I'm going to do maybe I'll do a tree on a hill. And you can turn your scissor to get a wide line or a skinny line. If you make a bigger scratch board, even though that takes a lot of work, then you'll be able to do a bigger picture. Now I'm going to do my texture. Now I'm gonna do the puffy part of the tree. Oh, my scissor isn't closed all the way, so it's like doing a double line. Maybe just a little bit of grass on the edge. I'm really tempted to carve a few leaves in the... I feel like I want to carve out something completely, and I'm thinking of doing this background sky. It's really scraping, not carving. Now it looks like it's light behind the tree. So you should have areas of complete dark crayon, areas where you're scraping off all the dark, and areas that have texture. Let me repeat that. To create contrast, fill your shapes in 3 different ways. 1, leave some shapes black. 2, scrape texture in some shapes. 3, scrape all the black off other shapes. 3 different areas. That looks pretty cool. The light, you can see it a little better. If you like this content, subscribe and you will get notified every time I put out another video.